What's up, y'all? It's Sean C, you know, come get to know me. My mom used to listen to Mary J. Blige and Lauryn Hill, Faith Evans. So I mean, it's a lot of '90s music because I was born in '88. So I caught a lot of the '90s. You kiss me when we're playing the kissing game. That's how I go. I used to love that song. I could act. I got a little experience in the modeling just from the barber business. Just for me being in the barber business, I just, you know, did a couple magazines with the haircuts, or somebody cut my hair. I do some modeling for that. It's a couple barber shows. I did some modeling for that. I went to barber school, got my license. So I've been a professional licensed barber for like since '07. And I picked that up off my mom. You know, thanks to her, I've been blessed with that ability to learn from her.
Hi, I'm Melanie Kaysen. I'm Sean Kaysen's mom, and I'm one of his biggest fans. When he did his first album release party, he was so excited, and it turned out really, really, really well, and his performance was awesome.
First CD is called Sean C. I would explain my music is, it's just more based on emotions. I could say emotions for real, and like you know, real life situations, things like that. That's really what it's describing, and it's just talking about, you know, me ready to settle down.
I've been working with Sean for, let's say, 4 or 5 years. I believe I met him back in '08. I believe it was '08 when I first met him, and he's grown a lot since then.
My cousins, her friends, I was a little kid, so they'll sit there and, you know, make me sit in their lap. I couldn't get up, they'll hold me down so I could sing, which I sang to them for real. So.
I remember when he first came, he was very, I guess he didn't have a style yet. He was still searching for himself, and, you know, in working together, and he found his niche.
Feedback I was getting on when I did the music, I got a lot of good feedback, and then just the way it made me feel, like, it inspires me to keep doing what I'm doing. Like, don't change my style. Like, it let me bend a little bit in my music. So that's what made me want to pursue it. Plus, I was good at it. So yeah.
My favorite Sean C song, I would say, is Take You Away, honestly. But I love Slow Dance as well. I think that's the song for the ladies, so yeah.
My favorite Sean C song is Lights, Camera, Action. Take You Away is my favorite. It just has a different style to it, you know, so I like the way he laid it down, the way he did his thing on it. That's my favorite, hands down, period.
Running and Take You Away.
The songs that I produced for Sean C.
Name a few.
Name a few? Pretty much all of them. Well, lately he's been doing a lot of his own producing as far as his songs. But I would say one of the ones that were my favorite would be the first song comes to mind is Forever.
Working with Sean for about 6-7 years now. About 6-7 years. GMC Music Group as a company. The fact that we brought out like 400 plus people on a Tuesday night, you know what I'm saying, in Columbus, Ohio, where they really support their local artists, you know what I'm saying. I felt like that was a big accomplishment.
We started out as a management team for Sean and continue to promote Sean to improve his career. Globalizing his brand is our first step for him, which means making sure the material gets out on time, making sure people know that his material is coming out, release dates. That's networking, social media, marketing materials.
Well, the Columbus, I guess, as far as supporting artists, their own artists, it's really hard. I don't feel like they support to the extent that other cities do. Put it that way.
I believe local artists support local artists. However, the fans outside of being musicians and producers really don't get a chance and get exposed unless they're family, friends, or in their inner circle.
I mean, it just depends on the way you look at it. Columbus as a whole, do it support the local artists? I mean, it's all about who you know out here. So I say we need a DJ or somebody that can get on the radio and at least just give us a day or maybe 3 hours. Any other radio station or any other major city, they give local artists at least a Sunday from, a 4-hour slot.
It has to be more exposure from the outside as far as radio stations, record stores, as opposed to just friends and family of the artists themselves.
I think it starts for the most part with the radios and the shows and events that we have here, like festivals and stuff like that. I just think, it needs to be more easier for us to get involved with that stuff instead of, people having to always go through loops.
It's actually a two-step process. One is local artists banding together for marketing purposes and putting on shows together, not just people that you know, but reaching outside of your demographic and the people that you usually work with. The other part of it is a full-scale marketing effort from everybody in Columbus's music scene.
They say if you can make it here, you can make it anywhere. So, I mean, I really believe that. So if you can get a following here, you get a following anywhere. But I don't believe Columbus is a real big supporter of their own artists. And that's why I feel like people who have made it from here, which is not that many, move away.
We sell CDs, DVDs, incense, all kind of little different nicks and nacks. We're a record company too, so we run a recording studio in the back. This is where our local artist bin is. A lot of guys come in, drop their CDs off. They just want airplay. They want people to hear their music. They're not worried about money or anything like that right now. It's not about that. It's just about getting out there. I work with local artists, and I would sell Sean's CD in my store.
Sean has so many great qualities, but I think Sean's quality to connect through his music. When he writes music that not only females can feel, but guys, if they're really being honest with themselves, they can feel it as well because they've all been through the things that Sean talks about.
I believe Sean can make it to the top because he has a lot of good qualities about him as far as his music goes, his songwriting, his vocal ability. He's willing to learn and to grow in music, and that's what he loves to do. And there's a lot of people, he gets a lot of compliments.
I believe Sean can make it to the top because Sean, he just fights. He don't rush. He takes his time.
I believe Sean can make it to the top because he's original and he really can sing.
He works hard at what he does. He writes his own music, and he's just real talented. He's a people person, and people gonna love Sean no matter what. People gonna love him. I mean, you gotta love him.
Honestly, I think he'll be able to transition into whatever he wants to be. I think he'll start producing totally on his own because he has a desire to to learn to play instruments, and he has ideas in his head that he just wants to get out, and that's the mind of a producer. With him and his marketability, because he's very marketable, if somebody finds him, it's a done deal.
It's Sean's dream, and when you dream, and as long as you set up goals, short term and long term, to make those accomplishments, you can make anything happen.
Music make me feel free. Like, music is an expression, so it just make me feel free when I'm able to go in the booth and just block a lot of stuff out. Music is me. Like, music is in me. It's what makes me. It's what lifts my spirits up. It's what makes me happy. Without music, I wouldn't be me. You can find me and my music on Facebook, Sean Kaysen. You can search Sean Kaysen. or you can look me up on YouTube. That's Sean Kaysen 1 at the barbershop, 5131 East Main Street. It's called Fresh Cuts, Columbus, Ohio. Is where I'm at.